Hello, Simon Keeling here on Tuesday the 21st of February. Thanks for watching. As always, this video is all kept free of charge and the site's kept free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen. So if you see an advert that you like, do click on it. That generates revenue for us and it shows the advertiser that you're interested in what they're doing too. So if you see the advert you like, do click on it and go through to the advertiser. Okay, this is the global temperature trace for the next 8 days or so, and quite interesting to see, look, how since the beginning of the year we saw this fall off in temperature, but then a rise to above normal levels during the last week or so. But look where the forecast is expected to go. It's this black line here. Look how the forecast is expected to dip downwards. Now, of course, this is a global forecast, so don't get relating it to us just at the moment. But look, you can see how temperatures are expected to fall off. Now, what's interesting as well is that when we look at how the actual global map looks in terms of temperature anomalies, you can see how relatively few warm areas there are on there. This is the prediction from the 29th of February until the 8th of March, and look how few areas are in the yellow category. The greys generally are climbing just above normal, the whites are normal, and the blues are when we go below. And you can see how very few areas are getting into this yellow orangey category. Most, look, are below normal, and that really shows that temperatures globally are going to be cooling down during the next few weeks. Quite an interesting one to see, and it'll be interesting to see how that develops as well during the coming months and in fact year. So on with the forecast. This is the prediction of the 500 millibar flow, valid from next Tuesday through to Friday the 2nd, and we've got the ECMWF on the left here, we've got the GFS on the right. And what to notice from these is that there's remarkable similarity between the models. Jet stream blowing through here across the central parts of the states looking into the Atlantic, and a ridge of high pressure building through the British Isles, with the high centred to the south of the country, and these above normal heights, look, across the country. Notice there how close together the height lines are. That's the jet stream blowing to the north of Scotland. So it looks like we are going to be staying on the dry and on the warm side of the jet stream across the country during the coming days. And of course that means more dry conditions. This is the accumulated precipitation. This is the forecast from the GFS model, valid for the next 7 days, taking us up to the 29th of February. And you can see how, look, our rainfall is really virtually nothing across most of eastern Scotland, eastern, central, southern England as well. Yeah, we'll see some across western Wales, and most of it, look, for western Scotland, but you just see how dry it is in this area. And then if you take a look at how that shapes up in terms of where we should be, so looking at the anomaly for the coming week in terms of rainfall, just look, very dry conditions. Only northern and western Scotland, perhaps the far west of Wales, seeing rainfall anywhere near where it should be. So drought looks as if it continues across the south of the country. In terms of temperature, well, for the next week we're going to be seeing temperatures getting above normal for the time of year. This is a 3.5 degree Fahrenheit rise, so sort of a 1.5 to 2 degree rise in temperature. And you can see how this mild weather really spreads through much of northern Europe. The south tends to stay still in cooler than normal conditions. And then for the following 16 days, for the following 8 days, this takes us up to the 8th of March. Temperatures again around about normal. You may remember, if you saw this chart yesterday, it was showing much colder conditions during this period, but I think this is much more likely to be the scenario where temperatures hold around about normal, or perhaps just fall slightly below from time to time. In terms of the forecast for the next few days, this is from the GFS Ensemble model, which again is performing well just at the moment. The date and time is up here that the chart is valid for. So this is midday today. You see high pressure down to the south of us. Here's outbreaks of rain northern and western Scotland, western coast of Wales, Western Ireland, being brought in on this moist southwesterly flow, which is coming straight across the Atlantic Ocean. Into tomorrow, so for Wednesday, more persistent rain affecting northern and western Scotland, also western parts of Ireland as a front tracks eastwards. And look, the ice bars close together, so it will be quite a breezy day. By the time that front gets across central and southern parts of England and Wales, it's a much weakened feature later on during Wednesday, so very little rain coming through, and dry conditions following into Scotland and also into Ireland, staying mild as well. Through Wednesday itself, might just see a little bit of rain affecting northern Scotland, but for most of us it looks as if it is going to be a dry day. And then into Thursday, well, we stay generally dry with a westerly wind, bits and pieces of rain around northern and western Scotland, but for most it is going to be dry with some sunny spells, and very warm Thursday too. On Friday we tend to see a little bit of cooler air just trying to nip into northern Scotland, but really very little. I think for most it looks as if it is going to be a fine day. Sunny spells, particularly in the east and central areas. Always this threat though of some low cloud and drizzle affecting west coast of Scotland, western Wales and western Ireland. Into the weekend, for Saturday again, northern and western parts of Scotland see some outbreaks of drizzle, but down towards the south we are dry. May just be a touch of early frost. And for Sunday morning, a touch of early frost too, with high pressure still in control, but northern and western Scotland tending to stay cloudy, spots of drizzle there, but elsewhere we stay dry with sunny spells. And then into next week, well, still you can see high pressure there through Monday and through Tuesday too. This mild southwesterly wind always bringing this threat of drizzle for northern and western Scotland and western Ireland, but elsewhere it looks as if it should be dry with sunny spells. And really that takes us right the way through into the beginning part of March, with this west to southwest flow persisting, high pressure staying towards the south of the country, bits and pieces of rain passing through northern and western Scotland and western Ireland at times. For most southern areas of the country it looks as if it is going to be remaining dry right the way through the period, and into the almost getting into the middle part of March. Look, still got that high pressure in evidence, and the jet stream still staying at that time to the north of Scotland. In fact, if you look at the jet stream chart for that time, you'll notice it becomes very clear of exactly where the jet stream is. Here's the midnight chart for the 8th of March. Here's the jet stream where these colours are close together. This is the 500 millibar flow. That's where the colours are close together, and you see the jet stream still to the north and the west of the country, with the south staying under the influence of high pressure and staying generally dry. So much the same story that we've had for the last few days really. The main feature is that the cold weather on Sunday and Monday that was forecast seems to have gone away. It looks like we stay in these more mild conditions, although I do believe that by the time we get into this first week of March we will see a slow slippage in temperatures, but still above normal to the south, just slightly below normal across Scotland. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. As I said at the beginning, do click on the advert if you see one you like. That's what generates revenue for the site. Do spread the word about the site, and thanks for watching. Keep the sun shining.